GM, and welcome to another Kyzzen Livestream where we feature notable projects across the Solana ecosystem. And before we begin, we would greatly appreciate it if everyone can help to like, comment, and share the livestream so you can share the fun and alpha with everyone on X. And today we're very excited. We are joined by Chris, the CEO and co-founder of Titan, Solana's premium Meta DEX Aggregator. And without further ado, I'm going to bring him up right now. GM, Chris.
Hey, GM guys.
How are we doing?
Oh, good. Just loving every moment.
This has been a very crazy period, don't you think so? And we see a lot of a huge I guess wave of tokenized equities, and I understand that Titan has been integrating a lot of this as well. I mean, I keep seeing repeated announcements of the latest ones. I think you guys did like Hood recently, and even the SK Hynix one, if I'm not wrong. Yeah,
Yep.
what do you think about all that?
No, like it's super exciting, the space. I think it's definitely where the future is going towards. And there, right now, Backpack offers very nice tokenized equities on that side. That's one-to-one backed by the actual physical security. You
Yeah.
have Xbox, you have Ondo coming up. So like whatever flavor that you do prefer, like
Mhm.
Titan is there to support you, try and get the best prices for all of these. But right now it's all focused on US equities. But I think what's interesting, and you saw with the Xbox announcement, I think it
Yeah.
was yesterday, like
Yes.
you're going to see the same thing happen across the world as regulators see the success of what's happening with the US side. So you probably see Hong Kong equities, maybe Korean equities, maybe Taiwanese equities. They're all going to start popping up, and all of this is going to be on chain.
Yeah, and you see, I read about that. Hong Kong being approached by X stocks to bring on to be the first expansion beyond US, and you also see the London Stock Exchange. I think they announced that they are going to create a new exchange that services 24 hours a day, 4 weekdays, so 5 days a week. So you can see that they're kind of feeling the pressure of having to fight with tokenized equities on chain, which is 24/7 markets, right? So it's going to be a very different world. I think traders are going to be like, how do they even sleep moving forward, right?
You need 24/7. It's just going to be like you're a software developer that's always on call, or you have a rotating schedule.
Oh my god, replying to Discord tickets. But before we go right into Titan, I would love to hear a bit about your Web3 journey and probably leading up to the founding of Titan.
Yeah, so I got into Web3 around like 2018. I was working at an equity hedge fund before. And, the fund started exploring crypto, especially given that like all the centralized exchange data was free. So it's just started poking around before I guess the guys there decided to switch the fund over completely to crypto. So I was involved with
Wow.
like all the early stuff, DeFi summer, the first advents of DeFi, seeing like, all these ancient coins like, ICP, Atom from Cosmos, Polkadot, Kusama, all those things, and was just really operating in that field for a long time. Actually, me and my CTO, Andrew, on there, we've been working together since 2016. He left around
Wow.
2021 to focus solely on Solana, and we caught up around the early half of 2024 at a Solana event. He invited me out, and we started talking. It was like, hey, what does the Solana landscape really look like? And like, I was taking a close look at aggregators on the EVM side before, and when we saw that there was only one player in Solana as compared to 20 on EVM, we're just like, why? So started exploring that hypothesis, and we came out that like we thought that we could build a better routing algorithm, and then we were just proving it with our tests. And after that was confirmed, then we just dove fully head on into Solana and Titan.
Right, and that routing engine is called Argos, right?
Yep. So we call it Argos right now on that side. So it is performing pretty well. Like from our tests, from what we've seen on our data, it is
Mm-hmm.
winning the vast majority of the time. But the advantage of Titan is that we are a meta aggregator. So we aggregate our router as well as other routers, such as the Jupiter Métis algorithm, the OKX one, the settler one. So whatever price is out there, we always route the user to the best price with no added fees. So that's really the value proposition. Like the user should always get the best price, regardless of which algorithm. Some routers, some algorithms might be specialized or let's say meme tokens or RWAs or another type of aspect. But we always want to make sure that like there is a collection of algorithms that could service the user's needs.
That's very interesting. And right now it's I mean, you guys obviously started with spot swaps, and I've seen you guys kind of branch out. I believe there's like limit orders right now as
Yeah.
well.
So there's limit orders, there's DCA. We One of our goals for next couple months is to round out the full suite of order types on
Okay.
spot, especially. So that's what we are really focusing on in the upcoming quarter here.
Got you. Beyond limit orders and DCA, what other types are there?
Yeah, so I think there's gonna be, your stop losses, your take profits, right down
Right.
that side. More fine grained control that like an experienced trader would expect and that you can automate more of. So that's gonna be like, a big focus, especially given the high volatility in crypto. We think that
Yeah.
it's absolutely required. We're just trying to go around it in a you know, more controlled pace so that we make sure that the order execution quality is like top notch for our users here.
Got you. Got you. Maybe you want to do a screen share and we can start looking at the platform for a little bit.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so yeah, this is the Titan platform on that side. So you see their swap box here. What's interesting here is that you can start seeing like all the quotes. So you can see the different routers. There's a Titan router here. There's the Jupiter Meta binary. There's
Mm-hmm.
sellers. There's OKX in the background as well. So whichever one is going to be at the top, whichever one is providing you the best quote on a slippage adjusted basis, because we do have all the stats for slippage, we will route you to it. The other interesting thing here is that we also provide Dart, which stands for dynamic allocated in real time. And that's our on-chain router. So we
Yeah.
route, so the benefit of here is that, using the standard model when you try and execute,
Mm-hmm.
typically for most platforms, you're locked onto the route they provide. But that route that was locked and that you executed on is not really probably the most optimal once it actually lands on chain. So what
Right.
happens with Dart is that you're basically guaranteed to get the best prices because right when it hits execution point on chain, we will dynamically reallocate these weights as well as between different market makers, right? To get you the absolute best price. If you're familiar with NBBO in the US, it's basically enforcing that across various exchanges, you're getting the best price no matter where you trade. So if I trade Apple stock, for
Mm-hmm.
example, doesn't matter if I trade it on like NYSE, doesn't matter if I trade it on NASDAQ, it'll always redirect me to where the best price is on that side. And this expression of it using Dart is the ultimate expression because there is no latency factor. The state of chain is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Execution, and Dart really does all the execution, all that order splitting right when it lands. So you are basically guaranteed to get the best price. So that's like basically the instant swap product that we have. You can think of it as our market order, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some order types that we have are limit orders. We've been adding more pairs recently. So you can see that, your Sol USDC, SpaceX, Micron, World Libertyfi, Onry. You can start placing limit orders here and then it'll execute right when it hits that, when it can actually fill it. The other one is DCA for traders that want to slowly build up a position. So over
Mm-hmm.
time, let's say I want to, I want to buy $100 worth of Sol using USDC. I can set how many, like, what the periodicity should be and over how many orders, and they'll start
Yep.
executing it over time. So you don't really have to think about that. You get the best prices averaged over time, which helps smoothens out all this volatility. The other one that's been kind of a hit, especially with a bunch of treasury companies, is our private swap. So nobody likes, you seeing a company move their treasury around.
Yep.
Most people want to keep that private. We've partnered with Vanish here in order to really provide that option for these swaps to be completely private on that site. So right now it's a Sol based swaps that you could do it on, but I expect that USDC will be up online very, very soon. In terms of one more interesting product we have, well, two more. The other one is our Forge product here. So this is where that you can empty out all the token account. Right? So whenever you trade a new token, or sometimes you're airdropped a scam token, you want to get rid of them because you don't want to end up with like likely scam tokens here. Here's
Yep.
like a couple of them. So you can just like dump all these tokens, you burn them all them, and you reclaim the rent that the scammer has actually paid for you.
Yep.
Or if you have fully gone out of position, let's say like I no longer have SNS in my wallet, you've actually paid rent for it, and this is a way
Mm-hmm.
for you to reclaim it. So those are things we actually partner with Scam Incinerator here, so that like especially for scam tokens, when you dump it, it actually helps people. Like it actually helps fight against these scammers because if somebody's been scammed, the Scam Incinerator will actually actively try and find ways to intercept those funds using the funds you've actually deposited. So you might actually earn a reward. The
Oh.
biggest reward I've seen given out for a person that has gone through Titan's Forge product has been around 4,000 USDC worth of rewards in terms of helping fight back against these scammers that are pretty prevalent. The
Sorry,
other one
wait.
is
How does that work? Wait.
yeah, so like basically these fake tokens are airdropped to you, right? And then you burn it. Scam Incinerator actively tries to intercept these transactions. There's some magic that goes on that side. So if
Right.
somebody else is being scammed and they've tried to execute a trade, Scam Insider tries to injects themselves into that trade and try and get as much money back for that scam user as possible, as well as paying you out a reward here. So it's basically you're getting free, you're doing a public service here. You're getting
Yeah.
rid of your own scam token, so you won't be scammed or like have the possibility of scam. And then you also can fight against other people while getting a reward here.
Yeah, I mean, I see over on the top right there, you've almost earned $9 of scam fighting rewards.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, just cleaning up your wallet and just and then also you're getting all the rent they've paid for you for all these tokens. So I've thrown out a lot of those scam tokens there.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah, and I guess the last one is just a Titan API. So like
Mhm.
we do offer the Meta Aggregator API here for people to use. It is available over WebSocket and REST. The more professional traders do prefer WebSocket here because you just
Yep.
get the data so much faster. It's a lot more efficient. But if you're just looking for like a quick swap on that side, then the REST one will service you very well. The Meta Aggregator API handles all the simulations, handles all the things that you don't want to think about in terms of how you compare Solana quotes, because we've seen pretty big divergence from quotes to the actual simulations, and you just don't
Yep.
want to be caught up in that game, right? So we
Yeah.
provide all that infrastructure for you. You also do get access to the Dart API as well in this API key. Um, we primarily distribute it through Trident and QuickNote. So if you're
Yep.
interested, then probably going through there is the best bet. But yeah, but that's just an overview of Titan.
Got you, got you. And can we check out the profile side?
Yeah, so on the profile side, it'll just list, your balances, your history, your trade history, your open
Mhm.
orders that you have here, as well as your DCA. So like it's really trying to target, it shows you how much trading edge that you've saved. So we
Yep.
also calculate, when you use Titan instead of another platform, how much are we saving you in terms of price as well as fees? And that is really your total trading edge. So from this wallet, I've saved $126 just by using Titan, and there's really no locking cost. You're not doing KYC when you're moving between different brokerages. You're just
Yep.
switching platforms, and like we've saved users quite a bit of money here.
Mm.
And then also, I guess we've also have a
Yeah.
rewards program for people who are interested. So we've been running the Solstice campaign, we're running this SK Hynix campaign, we run a
Mhm.
bunch of different campaigns. But basically, we distribute rewards for people who do want to do trading volume here. The other interesting thing is that we also have some badges here for for people who want to compete. So, we have a DCA badge, we have a Dart badge. So like achievement levels that you would have seen like if you've been gaming, right? So
Yeah.
we do offer all of these things here.
Got you, got you. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Let's take this one by one. So at this moment, how many, I guess, routers are you going through? Have you integrated? Like, I assume there's like 20 plus at this point.
For routers, we have total of five
Oh,
on
five.
the
Okay.
five routers, but we're talking about like liquidity sources. We have
Yes,
over
real
a
sources.
hundred, right?
Over
So
100.
liquidity sources, you can just go check all the ones that are available here. You get to actually select which ones you like.
What?
If you actually don't like one, then you can actually remove it. But this is a
Oh,
huge selection of liquidity sources. Everything from prop AMMs, your constant product pools, your concentrated liquidity. We offer everything on that side here.
interesting. You can actually pick and choose which ones
Yeah.
you don't want. Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
or if you are aiming for an airdrop for like, you think Humidify gives you the best prices, then you could just toggle everything off and you can just
Mhm.
scroll over to Humidify, right? And then you'll just run through Humidify here.
Interesting. Interesting. Is there any I guess like anti-MEV detection or like honeypot stuff?
Yeah, so like for MEV protection, we do place guards to protect you against your transactions being front run pretty
Mhm.
heavily on that side. So that's all built within that's all inbuilt within Prime. So that Titan Prime mode is like the equivalent of Ultra on Jupiter, but charging far less fees
Wait,
on
wait,
that.
sorry. Can we elaborate a little bit on Prime?
Yeah, so you have two options, just like on Jupiter. Like Jupiter offers Ultra and Manual. We offer
Right.
Prime and Manual. Prime provides all the MEV protection, automatic slippage settings,
Oh.
and you don't have to think about a lot of these things, right?
Yep.
So Prime just executes at the best possible values I could possibly get for you while protecting you on everything that you need for an on-chain transaction.
Mm.
So just like how you don't really need to think about like how much gas you want to pay to the RPC, which setting that you want to run through, right? Prime
Yeah.
just handles all of that for you. So that's one of the things that we do have to help our users. The other thing here is that if you have traded enough, we do have a VIP program. We
Oh,
are
nice.
planning to flesh out quite a bit more in the future. But right now, the benefits is like there is a trading fee discount when you do trade on limit orders DCA. And then there is also this priority lane. So basically, we sponsor like 25 swaps for you for the gas, and it's running through Galaxy's transaction propagation service. So this is like an institutional grade infrastructure to
Wow.
route your trades through. So this is the same infra that their traders run through, and this is only available on Titan that we do provide transactions through. So this will get you landing way faster, way more efficient than anything else on the system.
How does one qualify for the VIP program?
Yeah, I think it's just right now we let in traders in batches based off of volume and trading edge.
Interesting. And again, trading edge is how much you basically saved with each trade on both
Exactly.
fees and pricing.
Yep.
Interesting. Interesting. For okay, for privacy, you mentioned you're going through Vanish Trade. At a high level, how does the privacy? Because I mean, privacy is a huge matter right now. How does Vanish Trade and I guess on Titan, how does this work?
Yeah, so Vanish helps you. So the way that it works on Titan is that you just have to create a Vanish wallet on that side. You deposit your funds into that Vanish wallet, and then Vanish uses all its like privacy trickery and stuff in order to mask your transactions at that stage. And everything is compliant, right? You don't have to be worried that there's U.S. sanctions or it's tornado cash. It's not. It's this is like fully regulated, fully accepted by all the legal authorities there, and they'll just make sure that like your transactions are hidden, everything's kept private, and it functions like a normal swap. It's also powered by Titan on the back end as well, so that's why we like the product.
Got you. Amazing. Okay. One question I had was in terms of integrations, because I know that you guys have been trying to get integrated with some of the wallets. I remember Backpack's integration. Has there been other wallets that have integrated Titan as a source already?
Yeah, so like we're already integrated in Soulflare as well as
Oh,
MetaMask.
okay.
Like the rest haven't been announced yet, but in progress with the other wallets here. So.
Got you. No plans to, so as in the best native experience currently is still desktop browser, right? Like Titan hasn't released an app or anything.
Yeah, Titan doesn't have an app as of yet. There
Right.
will be a secret app coming out very, very soon.
Ooh.
There is a secret campaign going on right now, right?
Secret Summer.
So yeah, so the app should be, if I'm actually not mistaken, the app should actually be live right now if you
What?
do have a speaker phone. So we just haven't made any announcements about it as of yet. So this is probably the first time anybody's heard of it.
Okay.
But yeah, the Titan app has just come out on the speaker phone. We are going to be probably promoting it very, very soon on that side. So that's the only mobile. But right now, where you can access Titan is on desktop, as well as going through the wallets, Explorer section, and you can find us as an app on those wallets, like a Phantom, like a Soulflare, like a Backpack, right?
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't have the figures of how much people are trading on the app versus on the phone versus on desktop, but I'm glad to see that it's getting much more convenient. That as well as the integrations that are coming up. That's really really exciting. I guess one question is what can we expect? I guess in the next month. I mean, other than the app, of course.
Yeah. So I think for next month, you can expect to see limit orders to be expanded out more dramatically. We will be adding a lot more token pairs for people to be able to trade, as well as adding in more order types. So stuff like I was mentioning, like take profit, stop losses on that side, trailing
Mm,
stop losses. We'll be adding all of those components in to really round out the spot product here. There's also going to be upgrades to the algorithm, both on Dart as well as our off-chain algorithm here, that should make it a lot more efficient and like fill in the gaps where we've noticed. So we've been
right.
really concentrating on this, like making sure the spot product is fully
Yeah.
like you know up to the best quality that we can expect.
Yeah. Is has there been any impact from the whole AI trading movement? Is there an MCP coming or any of that kind of integration that who was it that recently was it World that integrated with Cloud, right? Or was it ChatGPT? I think Cloud. Yeah, is there is AI a big thing for you guys right now?
Well, for our API, we do also provide a very easily AI readable section on that side. But
Okay.
we believe that's probably the best because like as long as AI can rip through all our documentation, plug in very easily, then everybody's free to just explore what they can do and turn tweak their trading strategies.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah. No, I like I like how you guys are grounded. So you guys are just purely focused still on the infrastructure side and just making it easy for any, I guess, more retail apps to leverage on your APIs instead to do that, user
Yes,
facing
exactly.
experience. That's that's fantastic. And this has to be asked. Obviously you guys are going to continue to focus only on Solana, yeah?
Yep, only on Solana.
But personally, what other chains are you have you endeavored into? I mean, it sounds like you came from EVM, right? Because you're saying that you guys started at 2018. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think everybody knows the most interesting chain to comparing against is Hyperliquid. I think they've done a fantastic
yeah,
job in making the trading experience very optimal, both for market
yeah,
makers as well as traders. So to seeing what Solana can learn from the Hyperliquid story. And
yeah.
then I think the other ecosystems to keep tabs on is Base, to be honest, because I think they're the biggest EVM like competitor out there. But yeah, but really, I think Hyperliquid is the big whale that everybody has to look out for.
Not Robinhood.
Not Robinhood, in my opinion.
Too soon. It's interesting you brought up Hyperliquid. So is I guess perps one of the things that you guys are looking at as well?
Well, it's something that we have been discussing about, but
Yeah,
we just really need to iron down our spot product fully
yeah,
because we want to offer the same flexibility to traders that they would expect from like an equity brokerage here. You need to be able to offer every single order type at the lowest cost possible to really
yes,
facilitate more order flow. And Solana's strength is really in spot. It's grounded in spot. I think any products that are built on top,
yeah.
like perps or anything, it really does require a very strong spot base, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think you know because I actually create the newsletter every single day for Solar Pulse. I think on most days we are currently beating Ethereum in spot, I think, at this juncture. So
Yeah.
definitely spot remains to be I guess the key focus. Although a part of me feels that the two missing ingredients for Solana to get back to its all-time highs is a very solid perps product and prediction markets to fully take off, because in every other case, whether you're talking about spot volumes or RWA tokenized equities or gacha or we seem to be doing a phenomenal job, right? Even with our price so suppressed at less than $80. But yeah, perpetuals and prediction markets, man, that's a dream. That's a dream. I think we'll then definitely be the trade everything chain. Um, but there's been a lot of so obviously you guys don't have a perps product, but I would love to pick a thoughts on this whole debate as to whether you know s- the fact that because Solana is such a general chain, what are your thoughts on claims that there's no way for perps to take off on Solana because of all these restrictions. I mean, compared to Hyperliquid, that was completely optimized for a perfect trading experience. Like, do you think Solana can actually create a dominant perps product?
Yeah, no, I don't see why there would be a reason, like structurally, why Solana can't sustain a very strong perps product here. I think the key though is to really like align where Solana's strengths are, which is composability with different types of platforms. Solana has borrow lend protocol. Solana has very strong spot ecosystem. If you can start allowing that composability alongside perps, it's hard because like you have to keep collateral into perps. But
Yeah,
if you can start combining this ecosystem all into one, that's when it really takes off because like nobody wants a silo. If I want a silo, TradFi works perfectly. But in order to maximize everything to its utmost limit, I think composability is why everybody is here on blockchain in the end, right?
yeah, yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Is there anything else you'd like to bring up on this live stream regarding what Titan has been up to?
I think that's all I can talk about for now. Like, look out for additional product lines in terms of our limit orders, in terms of more order types. You'll probably be seeing more new assets being listed very frequently as well, just
Yep.
because like we do support everything. The other thing here to keep in mind is that we have accelerated our integrations pipelines very significantly. I think we're doing around 4 to 5 a week at this stage.
Wow.
Made a couple updates on our side internally over the past couple of weeks, and it's been turning out fairly well. So you'll be seeing more and more liquidity added very, very soon. And then more liquidity is, and connecting that is just an aggregator's job. And
Yeah.
if we connect more liquidity, we'll just find better prices for the users. So I think this is going to be a sustaining advantage that we have over everybody else.
100%, 100%. Extremely bullish on you guys. You guys have been doing such a great job, and really looking forward to see all your future updates. So, guys, the alpha here is try your best to get the VIP program. It sounds like it sounds like there's some alpha there. Get stack your badges. And yeah, follow Chris, follow Titan on X, follow Kyzzen, follow myself, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for your time, Chris. See you.
Thanks.
Bye bye.